So I was driving down the road, riding a bike down the road the other day, not too much shoulder, and this truck came by, like a dump truck with a couple of doubles, semi truck, 80,000 pounds come down the road. And they were real close. If I would have went to the left and fell over to the left, my head would have got squished and I would have been dead. So I got a little nervous, not enough to keep me off the bicycle, but you know. Today, we went for a ride today, nice ride. It was up in the hills, kind of creeping in the hills a little bit, you know, just creeping. And just like going down this roads with this traffic and whatnot, just can get pretty intense. And then, you know, I saw some of my limitations going down these pretty decent descents of about 8% grade. You hit about 35 miles an hour with some turns and whatnot. You know, it can be pretty dangerous. So do you have any tips for us when we're riding on the road to stay safe and when we're descending?
I do. I think one of the biggest things you can do safety-wise, you versus a car, is being predictable as a rider. When you are predictable as a rider, the cars are going to respect you more. If they see you making shaky turns, kind of weaving between the edge of the road back to the center of the lane, they're not going to respect you as much. They're going to be a little more jumpy, more likely to try and zoom around you, or they're going to tailgate you. Your likelihood of getting hit when you're unpredictable as a rider is much higher.
Yeah, I'll tell you some realizations I had today that I never really experienced before going down a windy road at about 30 miles an hour is that, you know, I'm not a great bike handler. I'm not right now. I mean, I can handle a bike, but we're talking about these pros are hitting 70K, you know, 70K an hour, just mad cat descending. And, you know, one of the biggest things that, you know, I realize is a big deal if you're coming down and you're making a turn and you got to sweep it a little bit to the left and make it wide. You could go across that yellow line and there could be a car coming right head on for you, right, if you're taking that whole lane. So you got to be careful and be able to manage that turn so you're not crossing that yellow line. It's going to be a head-on collision.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to say about safety is, depending on the speed that you are traveling down the road and the speed limit for the cars, a lot of times it's actually safe just to stay in the center of that downhill lane and make the cars wait behind you. If you are on a windy road descending at 30 miles an hour and the speed limit is 35 and you're sticking close to that white line on the edge, the car behind you might get greedy and try and get around you. But if you just stay in the middle, you have more room. They can hang out behind you for a little while. And then when there's a nice straight section or the shoulder's a little wider, move to the side and give that car space to get by. You have to think about yourself descending and the cars that are coming up and coming down. Cycling's, you can't zone out when you're doing downhill or uphill. Anything where there's turns and cars, you can't zone out at all. Got to pay attention.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, is in the probably just like California law, a slow-moving vehicle, because a bicycle is a vehicle. If you get more than 5 cars behind you, you probably want to pull over if you're a slow descender.
Yeah, if there's a spot and you know cars are on your tail, pull over and let it by. Your extra 5-10 seconds down that hill is not worth the risk of getting hit. Even if you are going for a Strava, king of the mountain on that segment, pull over. It's better to stay alive than to die on the road.
Yeah, car versus bicycle, who wins?
Car, every time.